Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's January 30th of 2021, and it's 1:25 a.m. in the morning. I just made a video, I don't know, less than an hour ago, I think, and I changed some things around and making another little short video here. The last video I made with the Logitech C920. I don't believe I had the C920X. I don't know. I bought the C920 a long time ago, and I guess they're putting they have an X on here or something on this new one, and I don't know what it means, but I don't think it means anything. But the Logitech C920, fantastic webcam, but it's about 3 times more than it should be now because of the virus situation. And I just made a video with this, and you'll notice I think the video was excellent, better than my, where do I have it sitting? See if I can get it here without scratching something here. Don't want to drag it across my, okay. I was, oops, I can unplug this battery thing so I don't need the battery. Oh, anyway. This is what I was using with the can't even say it now. Elgato card. Now, I'm sure that with messing with this, I could make some, because I've seen people, fantastic videos. So this is a, digital Panasonic camera, about a $600 camera. I said in a video that I couldn't believe it. I purchased an $800 camera. But what I forgot was that this has the 14 to 44, I think, lens on it instead of whatever. So this was not $800, it was $500, I think. And I'm sure if I messed with it and messed with it, that I could, but for a number of reasons. So I just a while ago disconnected it, and I just a while ago made a video with the Logitech C920. But this video right now is being made with the Logitech BRIO Ultra, which is way, way overpriced. There again, because of the the virus situation, everybody wanted, and I guess maybe still does, for schooling and home working and all that type of stuff. So I forget what the price used to be. I did not pay $200 for the for it. I paid a little more than back then. It was when it just first came out. I got it right away, so I did pay a little premium for it. But the C920 is a good Logitech camera, and the Logitech BRIO is a good, good camera. Now, I'm using Manicam for this video. The last video I used where is it? Let's see. Oh, OBS. So now with the Logitech BRIO, I have a setting. Let me see if I can pop this up. I like this effect, the background and everything sort of out of focus and all that type of stuff. And that's a setting that I did in here in Manicam. And so don't exactly compare this to the Logitech, because I didn't do the, on the Logitech I didn't do that setting. But with Manicam I could go in and do it for either, either one. I think one advantage of not using the Elgato right now, I may, if you know me, tomorrow I may be back hooking up the Elgato video card, the HD 60, I think it is, S. Trying to, the box is laying on the bed. This is actually a box for the Stream Deck. So I have a Elgato Stream Deck, and I have the Elgato video capture card, and I have the Elgato Stream 3 microphone. One of the problems, I think, and it's probably just me not knowing what I'm doing, but with the capture card, there's some confusion in my mind over audio. And by removing right now at least that, it can free up some options to mess with audio. This is a Stream Deck thing. If you know anything, if you know how to bring up some nice things for me, let me know, because I'm new to that. Where is the controls for the, here it is. Nope, that's it. Oh, I know I someplace saw, oops. Oh, here it is. So let me minimize this thing here. You don't need to see this. Here is the software that comes with, oops, I think I've had that probably over, oh, actually the video would be over, wouldn't it? I haven't even tried to use this because of, I could, let me move this up here, let's see a little bit. For monitoring, I have a choice, which I never monitor. Stream output. I saw something else. Oh, okay. See, you get it like the LG monitor, NVIDIA, that's, and then of course, well, then of course the speakers are what I'm using for, audio, but let's see here. The same thing showing. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, cross your fingers that we don't lose audio. I have so much trouble with audio. So, add audio input, system, music, browser, voice chat, SFX, game, auxiliary 1. I'm not going to click on anything, but each one of these boxes could be, and then I could pick that. Maybe I'll play with that some other time. So, now that I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm not sure what I'm doing, I switched to the wide monitor the other day, which is 2560 by 1080. I wonder if I should go back to my nice monitor, which the stand goes up and leans and tilts back and sideways, all that kind of stuff. And it has more inputs on the back. It even has 3 USB 3 jacks on it. Has a Type C input on it. So I wonder if I should go back to that. I wonder if there's any wonder if there's any reason to do that. Yes, I change things all the time. All the time I'm changing things. And that's one of my traits. Not a good one, probably. Now, as a welder, I mean, and when I worked for the post office, now when we had the tropical fish shop for 4 years, yeah, I was changing fish tanks and fish and plants and all that kind of stuff. What other jobs did I have? A bunch. When I worked hospital security at the first hospital, there wasn't much you could change. We didn't have enough staff, and we didn't, But at the second hospital, I didn't want to be a supervisor. I just wanted to work the day shift. But the director of security knew how to get his way. He got his. No, I don't want to go to. He sent people to try to convince me. The supervisor, the day shift supervisor, the lieutenant. Everybody came. Jim, the boss wants you to. No, I want to stay on the day shift. Then the director of security, then when he talked, well, he'd already talked to me, and I told, no, I would just want to work the day shift. I have no desire to be a supervisor. And then, he said, Jim, well, could you just do me a favor? There's these 2 guys on the second shift. They're both UMKC police officers, and they're working here, and they just do what they want to do. Whatever, could you just go over long enough to straighten those guys out? Oh my God, a challenge. I mean, a opportunity to do something. And so I went over, I ended up spending years on the second shift as a supervisor. And then finally I said, I want to go back to the day shift just as but anyway, and then for a while, because the lieutenant had a heart attack, I ended up for months being the acting lieutenant or whatever, and I made changes. The hospital had been operating for years and years, for a long time, and I was able to go just on my own without, I just went in and made changes. There was a thing with the alarm system that at 9 o'clock, the alarm system kicked on for all these doors, and then when a door would open, somebody would go out the door, he would ring it at the switchboard, and the midnight shift supervisor, and nobody, and I was a second shift supervisor, so I went home about an hour after these alarms would kick on. But then the midnight shift guys would be coming in, we'd be there, and the switchboard operator would call, door alarm, the northwest door of the east building of the west wing, or, and Lloyd Akins was the midnight shift supervisor, been there forever. I said, Lloyd, where's that? I don't know. So I just one day at work, and at that time I was the day shift supervisor. No, second shift supervisor. No, it was when I ended up getting them. Okay, yeah, so I was, anyway. Maybe I was acting lieutenant at that time for a few months, and I can't remember. Anyway, I made a big mistake. I should have known better. I just wasn't thinking. Because normally I cleared everything with everybody. I got everybody's input. But I just, I was, oh man, that should be. So I went to the director of security and said, I'm going to change all the door alarm thing. I said, it's a disaster. He said, fine, Jim, do it. So I went, told the switchboard operator what I was going to do, and came up, the first door on the first floor, starting at, the right where by the administration was, that fire exit was going to be door 10, first door, first floor. And the second door was going to be door 11. I tested each one, turned on the alarm system and opened each door, wrote down what they were and everything, and it made sense to everybody, okay. Third floor, okay, door 30. Okay, that'd be the first door from that, and everybody, And so then that night, I was standing out there, and I totally forgot about it. Just one of the things that I did. I was just standing out there with Lloyd Akins, third shift supervisor, and then the operator called. 1013, door 10, and then it hit me. Oh, shit. And then Lloyd Akins, what's that? What? I said, oh, Lloyd, I'm sorry, I forgot. Today I changed, Oh, he went off on me. Ugh. So anyway, so I did stuff. I've always done stuff like that. When I had my bulletin board system starting in 1982, I wrote Radio Shack Model 1 computer, and I wrote the BBS program, and but then I changed as better program. Once I saw what somebody could do that was a programmer, because I didn't know anything about even BASIC. I just had the book that came with the Radio Shack Model 1, and when I decided to write a BBS program for it, because I didn't have a BBS program, I didn't, I just looked through the book. Okay, well, that command would take the phone off the hook, or answer, the modem would answer. Okay, put that in. Okay, this one would then send a string to, string to welcome to Howard's notebook. Oh, okay. Then the next day I go through BASIC, flipping the page. Wait a minute, okay, this will ask for the people to input their, and I wrote a BBS program that way. And people liked the BBS program, and then of course, I ended up also using Commodore 64 computer for a BBS and all types of things. But I kept making changes, and that really, really aggravated people. And I still do the same thing, except I don't think it aggravates you all that much. Not exactly the same thing. I know who it did. Well, it didn't exactly aggravate him, but I had some people there in the early days that were blind. A few, not very many, but a few. I would totally forget about them, I mean, I tried to be. I'm a nice guy, but they'd say, like this guy would say, oh, Jim, when you change such and such, we have to hear line, whatever it was. I can't remember the thing. And, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I'll change that, I would change it, then I would install a new BBS program, or I'd make some change to the menu system or do something. And then the guy, Jim, okay, and now, and I, so I like to mess with stuff. So, anyway, I'm going to pop this up so I can see this. Somebody left a comment about this, the look. He wasn't sure if I don't think he was sure if I knew. And he did mention, he says, if you're doing that deliberately, he says, I like it. He says, I just wasn't sure if you knew. And I like whatever it's called. So maybe I'll change it for although I think I'll probably use it. I don't know which, I don't know. Tomorrow I may change everything. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Oh, wait a minute, this has only been 18 minutes? can't let you go after 18 minutes. We got to go to CNN, I guess. Nope. We don't have, oh, CNN, here we are, CNN. Let's see. I guess from late Monday, all Americans will have to wear masks on public transport, buses and systems like that and everything. I feel sorry for, that's not going to do any good. I mean, well, number one, I don't think you're the people that are causing all the problems of, I feel sorry for somebody who, the bus driver, the people on the trains and all this stuff that, if you don't want to wear a mask, I don't know, stay at home. I mean, or can you somehow not, especially don't attack them. I mean, don't physically attack them. I mean, you shouldn't verbally attack them, but please, these people are just trying to work in this environment. And, the people in the transportation, they're just trying to provide transportation, public transportation. Please don't hurt them. Please don't cuss them out. Please don't call them communist or, it's just, we all want this virus to be over with. And then you can, once it's over with, you're not going to have to wear a mask. Once we get, eventually, of course, I haven't got the virus, and even when you do, it's going to take you're going to have to wear a mask even after that for a while. It's just not, just because you get, the vaccine or whatever, it's, so please, just, I don't think any of you are these crazy people. If you're one of the crazy people, I'm sorry for calling you crazy, but please. And it's not just, in this case, this is going to be these public transportation people, but we've all seen videos on the news of people physically attacking somebody. People in Walmart and grocery stores who don't want to wear a mask spitting on people. I mean, just come on. Please, please. We all have to, we're all going through this. I don't really like wearing a mask either. I don't go in, of course, I don't go anywhere, but feds charge a woman allegedly heard during the Capitol riot saying she was looking for Pelosi to shoot her in the frigging brain. New video shows brutal attack during Capitol insurrection. 2 members of the Proud Boys face conspiracy charges in the U.S. The GOP meltdown is consuming Congress. Refresh. I didn't hit anything, by the way. I do like this monitor. The white is really white. This Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene in a new video says freedom is earned with the price of blood. She really should not be a member of the House of Representatives. She shouldn't be in Congress. She shouldn't be in government in any place. And let's see. Court allows U.S. border officials to swiftly return unaccompanied migrant children. Yes, please. A longtime GOP donor explains why he's leaving the party. In the House, I think it's the House of Representatives, one of the House of Representatives, Cora Bush, had her office moved, her and her staff's office moved away from this other Republican. Oh, it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, because Marjorie Taylor Greene and her staff are attacking, not physically, I hope, this other Democrat, because the Democrat member of the House and her staff are wearing masks, and oh my God. You know, the House and the Senate, they have ethics committees or whatever. They need to take care of these situations. I mean, I can understand, we just had elections, and it costs a lot of money to have an election and everything, but if the people of whatever state it is are stupid enough to elect somebody who goes to Congress, who has threatened to kill other members of Congress, and in this case, who will not follow, her and her staff are not wanting to wear. I saw too on the news where probably I think she's the one too. Republican members of Congress are saying we're not going through the metal detectors to check for weapons. We're not. I mean, but I can understand. People of a state, you vote and you send these people, but on the other hand, and also the Republicans are the ones who are so much believing in rules, and stuff like that. They should, they're the law and order people, so they ought to be the ones that say, okay, if you're not going to go, because I read on the CNN or whatever, you have the Capitol Police there, and the Capitol Police are directing, members of Congress, okay, you need to go through this door here, where there's the metal, the detectors or whatever, and the members of Congress, some of them were Republicans, by the way, of course. Some of them are refusing, or just going ahead and going through, or bypassing the metal detector. And some of the members of Congress, like, even ran, like the Capitol Police say, stop, wait, you need to go, and they just, I don't know if they give them the finger what, but this needs to be taken care of. I read this thing here. This is say I think he's 16, and he was doing good in school. He loved school. He was playing football. He loved playing football. He was getting good grades. Then school was homeschooling, or not homeschooling, but having to work from home because of the virus. He became depressed. He wasn't using they showed his exercise equipment and stuff. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing other stuff. And then one morning the father gets a call from his wife saying that what was it? The boy couldn't get hold of. I forget what it was. She called. I can't never remember, but she called the husband and said he overslept. Oh, that was it. He must have overslept. Go check on him. And so the father went to the room, opened the door, knocked, and then opened up the door, and his son was, had hung himself. So, wow. Okay, okay, I've played with this enough. The, I do like this video effect. Let me know what you think of it. And I may go, I'm going to wait until maybe you tell me, then I'm going to go and maybe do it. Well, I don't know. Why switch to the, anyway. Thank you very much for watching.